Hey, I think I'm on screen. Am I on screen? I'm not really this short. But I'm going to make a video showing how to change heads with the quick action drum lug. I've been working on this aluminum drum, finally got all the parts. Using an RCK throw from Drum Foundry, that's pretty cool. Got my Octobons, except I'm missing a head. Back ordered, you know, that happens with suppliers, but I think they are loud. So want to change the head, got a lot of ringiness, maybe try a different head. So what do I have? I have a couple different candidate heads. The way you do that, like any other lug, you just go ahead, use your favorite drum key, walk around, loosen the lugs, so you get the idea. Because they're definitely different than other lugs on the market. When you put the new head on, how you tension the lug, you don't have the finger tighten capability. So sorry I'm not dressed that great. It's hot here in North Carolina. I've been out here working in my garage or my shop or the man cave, as I like to call it now. But as you can see, as we go around these and loosen these up enough, they'll come out of the lug. So let me make sure we can see that. So they come out of the lug. So the nut stays on the tension rod. You can tell when you're backing them off, suddenly if they get really free, that means you've disengaged the tension rod from the nylon and the lock nut. Then you don't want to turn it any further than that. The idea is to keep the nut attached to the tension rod. And normally when these are installed on a drum, you make it such that the tension rod's always engaged with the nylon. So that'll give you some tactile feedback. It also makes sure that the tension rod is engaged with the nylon. And that's one of the benefits of this lug design, that we use that nylon locking mechanism to keep the tension rods from backing out. So, I mean, with that capability in my own kit, I can really tune the heads a lot lower than I normally would be able to on my standard lugs, because they would have a tendency to back out all the time just after, playing a few songs. So I'll put this antique drum head on. Just an old Duraline head, if anybody remembers that company. Okay, so now you put the rim on, and you can see the nuts. The nuts don't always line up with the insert, but you just use your finger. And see, this head's a little different. So it must be the distance from the head to the bottom of the rim or the top of the rim is a little different than the one I took off. So I have to use the lug body itself to help back out the tension rod further. So that's another advantage of this lug. With the quick release lug, you use the body itself to help back out the nut. See, now it's out of the way. So now I just eyeball the alignment of the holes. The holes in the hoop are elongated a little bit, but eyeball that, use my index finger, push up on the bottom of the nut. And I'll do this till I just get a little bit of load on the hoop. See, now I can't really rotate it that easy. I'll do that on the other side. And that one fell into place. Alright, now I can start walking around the rest of them, getting them in position, locked in. That happens sometimes. And I'll do my start pattern after I get base tension into the drum. Now the tension rods and the nut are on there. I also have nylon bushings. So the nylon bushings act to keep the threads from the tension rod from hitting the lug, but I also run these and use these without that bushing, and are fine because the fact that the clearances and so forth are such that they won't touch anyway. So that's just, you know, I'll send those insulators. So here, another one I got to back out further. So just hold the nut in the lug. So the lug holds that. And you can't finger tighten these again because of the nylon lock nut. You can't turn that tension rod by hand. But I think the finger tightening thing is, you know, it's just a course of habit that we've gotten into from dealing with other types of lugs where you had to get the tension rod aligned with the insert because the fear of cross threading, right? Then you basically lose a lug. So this is going to be much, much better. So go ahead and give it some base tension. You know, use your whatever drum key technology you want to use. That was really loose. Different. All right, there you go. That easy and that quick.